Here we are, lesson 85, and it says we're multiplying by 10, 100, and 1,000. So it says to multiply a whole number by 10, we simply attach the 0 to the end of the number. So we just do 1 times 3, 1 times 2, 1 times 1, and then remember that 0, he goes and hangs out someplace else, and then he comes back. Same thing, if we multiply a whole number by 100, we add 2 zeros to the end of the number. So these 2 zeros, they go off someplace and they come back around. And then the same thing with 1,000. Those 3 zeros go off and then they come back around for the answer. And when we multiply dollars and cents by a whole number, we remember to insert the decimal point 2 places from the right side of the product. So we go, a decimal would normally be at the end, right? So we go 1, 2 places, and that's where we put our decimal. This says to multiply mentally, so I know we might think, there's big numbers here. All we have to do, though, is pretend that they're not there. So to do 37 times 10 in our head, we will just take that 0 and put it over there. So it's 370. Same with $6.12. We take those zeros and put it at the end. But remember, the decimal place has to go at the end, so we have $612. And then 45 cents, which at the end it's kind of hard. Well, I guess it's the same thing. You just add those 3 zeros to the end. So you take those 3 zeros and put them at the end of 45. Make sure you put your decimal back 2 places, and you have $450. So mentally just means to do it in your head. Sometimes it's difficult to do math in your head. I might have trouble doing stuff like that in my head, although everything is being multiplied by 1 here. So you don't really have to do any multiplication. You're just adding those zeros at the end. So it might be hard to keep track of those in your head. So I'm just going to do some of these on the board because it will help you to see it if you're struggling with doing math in your head, and then I'll do G with you guys. So I'll do, let's say E, F, no, we'll just start with A. So A is 365 times 10. Now we're just going to take this 0 and put it at the end there. So we get 365 with that 0 at the end, which makes it 3,650. Because anything times 1 is itself. So you don't have to really worry about that 1. Once that number changes, then we'll have to worry about it. But as long as it's a 1, it's just going to be the same exact number. Alright, you know what? I'll just do all of these because there's hardly any examples. So B is 52 times 100. So we just take those zeros and put them at the end there. So we get 5, 2, and then 2 zeros, which makes it 5,200. Then we have C, which is 7 times 1,000. Again, we take those 3 zeros, put them at the end. So we have those 3 zeros, and we get 7,000. I can do D down here. D, $3.60 times 10. Again, we just take this 1, put it at the end there. So let's not put that decimal down yet. So we have 3600, and we just move the decimal over 2 places, 1, 2. So now we have $36. Alrighty. E is 420 times 100. Again, take those 2 zeros, put them at the end there. So we have 420 plus those 2's. And then remember our place values. We have our 1s, 10s, 100s, and then we have our thousands. So we put that comma there. Makes it 42,000. F is $2.50 times 1,000. Again, those 2 go over there. So I'm just going to write my numbers. Not worry about the decimal yet. And then I'm going to make those zeros go over. And I just left enough room to put my decimal. So money always starts with a dollar sign, and then it's 1, 2 place values over is our decimal, so we go 1, 2 place values. So we have $2,500. So that is all you're doing for multiplying by tens, hundreds, 10, 100, and 1,000. You're just moving those zeros over, and remember with money, it's always decimal and then to the tenths and the thousandths. That's how our money is written. So you have to have it over 2 spaces, and that's always how money goes. And G says the table below shows the relationship between dimes and dollars. So write a formula to represent the relationship. So here we go. We have we got $1 and we have a dime, which is 10 cents. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which means that this would be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So to write a formula that represents the relationship, now we have been writing it in words, but I'm just going to say that, let's see, what would it be? It'd be dollar times 10. So I'm going to put a D for dollar times 10 equals the amount. So whatever dollars you have, that's how much cents you have, how many dimes you have. Let me make sure that is what they want. Yep. So dollars, and I'm just going to put equals cents, because the number of dollars times 10 equals your dimes, but can't really put dollars and dimes. They can't equal the same letter. So $1 times 10 will give you how many dimes you have, sorry. And that would be our formula. So we'd plug in this there and then multiply it by 10, and that would give us our total. That's how that works. Quick lesson. Let me know if you have any questions, and be ready for your homework video.